Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Retire Early Lifestyle. Now, today we're going to talk about the Italians again. Here's a comment that one of our viewers had posted on our other Italian video. I think we should talk more about this. Is it true Italians are stuck up? Absolutely not. Italians may appear to be standoffish with people they don't know, but once you get to talking with them and they feel comfortable with you, they'll talk your ears off, believe me. Italians love conversation, especially if they're eating or if the conversation has anything to do with food. I'm not stereotyping either, it's true. There are many things to love about Italy and her people. So here we go, let's get started. The country of Italy has some of the most beautiful seascapes and mountain scenes in the world. Just look at it. Italy is one of those countries that really just looks like a postcard all the time. When you get there, you can't believe your eyes. The views are so incredibly gorgeous. We know other countries are beautiful and unique too. All countries have something special about them, but everything about Italy is simply captivating. It is some of the most characteristic old world charm in the architecture, which is from the Romantic Italian Renaissance period. It's absolutely breathtaking. Some people don't like the old world look. They see it as decrepit and collapsing, and some of it is collapsing. But that's because it's old. There are a lot of famous Italians. People visit Italy in droves to marvel on the beauty of the Italian Renaissance area that the Italians themselves created. Italy is famous for some of the most beautiful paintings and sculptures in the world by Italian sensations like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, just off the top of my head. I mean, just look at the magnificent frescoes on the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel. And of course, then there's the opera. Did you know that some of the most famous opera singers in the world are Italians? Listening to some of the Italian opera will completely mesmerize your senses. Top fashions of the world come from Italy. I know when I first met my husband as a teenager, he was wearing beautiful Italian clothing and leather shoes. It was nothing like I had ever seen in my 19 years having grown up in America, where jeans and a t-shirt are fashionable. And so it goes without saying, it made a big hit with me, and that's why I married him. Let's talk about Italy and the food. You knew we were going to get to that, didn't you? A big part of what makes Italy so special is the food. Italy has some of the best and freshest foods in the world.
I want you to get the tomatoes in the shop. Angelo's masterwork. Masterwork? Wow, look at that. I wish I could eat that.
I made you chicken, hon. My master chicken.
Okay, what are you guys having? You can't smell this through the video, but it smells like an Italian kitchen in here. And that will always put a smile on your face. My face. Wow, you're making a second one? Yeah, I'm making two pizzas. Wow.
I don't think we've ever had cheese that tasted so good. All the food in Italy tasted fresher and totally delicious. The olive oil was exquisite. Our landlady would bring us gallons of her homemade extra virgin olive oil, and it was the best we ever had. The cheeses, olives, olive oil, and fresh farm produce and meats were superb in Italy.
So I've got to get this on video. Take a look at this.
Holy cow, that is one New York style pizza, isn't it?
Well, it's vegetarian. Where did you get it from?
I don't think so, no. Well, it's got a lot of cheese on it.
All right, and take a look at this one. That's one serving. So this is another serving. All right, now you were saying, Angelo, that when you were making these at home in Italy, because we're making these in Cuenca, Ecuador, they had more flavor in Italy because the ingredients were...
At least twice as much flavor.
Okay, so the ingredients were...
Higher quality.
Higher quality, more flavor. Wow, that's an amazing... Noticeable insight to be sharing. Had you not shared that, though, you still enjoy this, right?
And the Italian pastries were absolutely divine. Italians know their food is good and they want you to eat and be happy, just like they're gonna keep eating and they're happy. Italians really love their country, just like most citizens love their own country. Italians love their country, but there's a good reason why they feel their country is great and possibly even better than other countries. It's called patriotism. The Italians don't wonder why their country is in the top 3 most visited countries in the world. They know why. So let's talk about the Italian people. Italians make good neighbors. Why do we say that? Well, Italians make really good neighbors because they aren't nosy busybodies and they keep to themselves. They don't get in your face with private questions such as, how much do you make? Where do you work? How old are you and where do you live? The Italian culture is more laid back in that sense. Not that they aren't curious about the foreigners in their country, but they also don't want to be questions about their private lives either. What comes around goes around, as the saying goes. We had one Italian neighbor that lived in the same apartment complex as us say to us one day, "Italians keep to themselves around here, have you noticed?" And we both agreed it's someone like the Latin American way of life, which brings me to the pleasantries. When you see your Italian neighbors coming out of their apartments in the morning, it would be considered rude to not say hello and greet them for the day. The people of Italy, just like anywhere else in the world, have a certain way about them that appears standoffish and rude. But in actuality, Italians are not the type of people that will just start chit-chatting away with people they don't know. It's just how they are, it's part of the culture. Italians have good self-images because most of them had a very good upbringing. Italy, especially in the South, is a very family-oriented culture, and if you know anything about coming from a strong family background, you would also know that parental love and discipline within the family unit produces good offspring. Good families raise good people. It's how it works, folks. Family is the bedrock of a good society, and once family is gone, society soon falls too. So not only are Italian families very close-knit, but the divorce rates in Italy are also much lower than most other countries. 2-parent households raise happier and well-adjusted children, and that exhibits in the people with self-confident qualities. And as we explained to the commenter, in a nutshell, on one of our videos about Italy, it's not that they are stuck up, but that Italians simply have a positive self-esteem about themselves, and we think it starts in the home. So you see, we should always look at everything with a discerning eye before making conclusions about peoples and cultures or spreading rumors Because quite frankly, characterizing a whole country of people can spread like wildfire. This type of misinformation is actually happening in American society today. But we'll stop right there. Some of you more astute folks know what we're talking about. The bottom line here is, different cultures all have special or unique things about them that set them apart from one another. And sometimes we tend to distinguish those differences as being a certain way, or the people behaving a certain way when it really isn't that way at all. For example, if we look at peoples as a whole on a superficial level, they may appear to be snobbish, stuck up, or rude, or whatever, but appearances can be deceiving. This is why we make videos like this, to enlighten people and open their eyes to the other side of the story, so to speak. So what do you think? Should we do a video on what Italians think about Americans? Let me give you a little hint. They think Americans are stuck up and rude. Do you get it? Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.